Okay, let's jump into our legal minute now with Paul Harding of Martin, Harding, and Mazzotti at 1-800-LAW-1010. Good morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning, Mike. How are you?
All right, hey, good news. So they found Richard Simmons again.
Yeah, they did.
You know, he was, the rumors started again. Of course, if you don't know who Richard Simmons is big workout guru icon who's now an old guy who is like the second time he's gone missing, quote unquote.
You know, at least over his career, you know, I know that certain times if he had gained a bunch of weight, he'd kind of go subterranean for a while. This seemed a little more concerning to the press. He just hadn't been seen in 2 years. He has been in his house. He's got a housekeeper there. The allegations were that she was keeping him there against his will and spending all his money.
Yeah. So, you know, what happens if something like that happens where a caretaker is taking advantage of someone? What do you do?
Yeah, you can't make light of that story because, you know, we've seen it time and time again. In fact, you know, Vermont has a hotline you can call. It's a state agency that deals with children and families if they see abuse of the elderly. So, you know, it can happen more times than you think. You've got someone who does age, you know, who maybe Alzheimer's or gets old or disabled, and they're in a situation where they do need care. Well, the caretaker might be a family member, might be a friend, you know, does have the ability at that point to start taking advantage of the situation, spending the money, maybe not treating the person properly. So it's a serious topic. It looks like it didn't happen to Richard Simmons, or at least he's been on a phone call and says, no, I'm fine. I'm living life the way I want to in my house.
Now, is there any kind of remedies for if an older person or someone who's been taken care of has been taken advantage of?
Sure. What you do is you would apply to the court to have someone appointed guardian. Someone appointed guardian of your property. That can be done by anybody who lives with you or anybody who's the distributee in your estate. Let's say could be some son who's concerned about his father and who he's living with. He applies to the court to say, I want a guardian appointed my father, not only my father but all his. Just make sure things are being done fairly. Then the court gets involved, analyzes it, hears testimony, will make a decision. So that's the legal remedy if you think it's happening. And ultimately, you know, the courts don't like to get involved in these, but they certainly will if they have some proof that things aren't going well.
Oh, that's good to know. Good to know.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, Paul, hey, thanks for hanging out again this week, man. We'll talk to you next week when Mary gets back.
Sounds good, Mike. Take care.